Hey guys, thank you so much. Yeah, you guys, thank you. Why is Opendoor so little baby torque? And he doesn't cry. He doesn't cry at all. He moves Sarepta's down. I'm gonna buy back the little piece I sold. 𝗎𝗥𝗚𝗃 down 15%. SPYs are barely down. Nvidia's up. And then I also gave him a hood name, a street name. Easy Money Stacks. If you like shorting, Interactive's very good. What happened with Sarepta? There was a patient. Is that what happened? A sick patient? Yeah, so should I buy some? That sounds like a buy. Quick trade, what do you think? It's a quick little nibble. Remember, we're gonna sell this nibble at some point, so don't get scared when we sell it. But to nibble on it on the buy side, why not? Okay, it doesn't want me to nibble that much. I'll nibble a little bit then. And remember, like I said, 1850 buy, we're gonna sell at 1950. Right? This is just a quick trade. I never committed a crime. Just like Donald Trump. You commit a crime, there's a victim. The only victim I see around here is, well, it's you. You look like a victim. We just call you Vic for short. Okay, so we got Open, Neo, Intel trading a huge amount, only up 1 cent. Nvidia up 2% into earnings. Really excited to see Nvidia's earnings later this week. Rocketlab up 8%. Wow. It's really a $24 billion company. Eventually, I think it's going to be a great short, if not already. I don't know if we're going to trade Nvidia. We're going to definitely see if there's a trading opportunity. Might do some channel checks, call some peeps, see what they think. I know a few of their customers. Definitely no days off. Eventually, there's a limit to crypto. I mean, you can't just buy it forever. Doesn't make any sense. You know, there's got to be some point where it's no longer that valuable. What'd you say? How does it go up forever? That doesn't make sense. Yeah, I'm short a small amount of Nebius. Well, Brian, I mean, are you short anything? Are you just long? So M1 is 18 trillion, okay? Bitcoin's already a ninth of that. And conceivably, that is literally the most Bitcoin could be worth, right? They're really, quite frankly, all crypto. How could it be worth more than M1? If crypto replaced literally all currency, now that's just US M1, I guess. I mean, so Bitcoin is 5% of global M1, and already, you know, for US M1 is already, you know, a good amount. You know, maybe 10% of US M1. Newegg is dropping all the way to 50, it looks like. Tether is okay. They're very profitable. So what's the story with the Intel Trump thing? Is he just repossessing a little communism? Or are they putting capital in? Concerning. Highly concerning. No, I think we got college covered. Yeah, I'm not a big XRP guy. Seems like totally worthless. And I haven't caught up with the litigation. They already have a decision, so I don't know if they dropped the appeal or what. I don't really care. It's gonna go back and forth with courts, honestly. When there's a new administration, they might go to the Supreme Court again. I don't think it's good for remittances. I don't think anybody uses it. Well, they already had a decision, so I'm not sure how that SEC did anything. Maybe so there is a JP Morgan claim. So just make sure you understand the law, because the appeal is different from the decision. I think the decision stands. You really can't drop a decision anyway. Once it's filed, it's filed. And they found, they didn't exactly find great for Ripple. They found that primary offerings are securities. They did find nicely that secondaries are not. That's pretty complicated law. I mean, and I wouldn't just read a headline and extrapolate. It's not simple at all. I don't think it matters in the short run anyway. His name is Torque Easy Money Stacks. You can call him Easy if you want. You can call him Stacks. That's a little more formal. Torque is government name. Usually your hood name is given by your peers, but in this case, I thought his dad should be the one. We do need as many people, smart people, to join Godel as possible. We only hire people who live in New York, but if you want to shoot me your resume, you can. People taking paternity leave like weeks at a time, months. Yeah, FDA is taking equity. It's a nice company you got there. Be ashamed if we got 10%. Give me that. Nah, he's gonna sit next to me right on live stream. I don't care. I'm gonna change a diaper, man. My job, bro. Change that shit yourself. Man, go in the litter box like the cat. Train him to take the litter box, bro. Why can't he do that? Multiple sclerosis is a big market for pharmaceuticals. But yes, there are some publicly traded MS companies. Biogen is the biggest one. All-time high P&L. What's driving it? It's Newegg down 14%. Quantum's down nicely. ATYR is down. Offsetting the gains are Sarepta and abbvie, which are down. All in all, pretty good stuff. Yeah, I think the next kid I'm gonna name Gas. You like that? That's kind of fresh, right? Gas. What's your name? Gas. That's your hood name? No, it's my government name, man. Meanwhile, these other parents naming their kids like Ethan, Craig. Add like a little Y in there. Alex with a Y. What the? I even seen a Martin with a Y. Taylor, hello. And this kid came out of the womb with tattoos already. Got teardrop tattoos already. How you got that? Well, what happened was I was a twin, but he hogged all the resources, so I killed him. Whoa! Yeah. I gotta say, seeing him come out of the birth canal is kind of amazing. It's incredible that, you could see his hair. That'd be so cute. I miss him right now. Oh, there's so many Albanian names. Lek, L-E-K maybe? Like, what's the most Albanian name? Probably Albi, to be honest, but there's so many Albanian names. 𝗕𝗢𝗙𝗎𝗓𝗓. Open's a good short. I looked at it for 5 minutes. I think it was a good short. Can we look at it again? Taleb's books aren't that good. It's just, if you've ever gotten a serious education, you'd think it's genius. But if you've ever even had a half-decent education, it's already stuff you've already read. So it sounds really smart to some people, but it's really just entry-level smart guy stuff. He wants to be erudite. Profits just keep going up. Newegg down 16%-ish. Love it. My biggest short is Atyr, which is a biotech company that is making a fake drug. Or, I'm sorry, I should say a drug that doesn't do anything. Poorly designed, poorly conceived, and will not work in its upcoming phase 3. I don't know why they ever would invest in a phase 3 trial. Phase 3 trials are not cheap. You don't invest in a phase 3 unless you know it's going to work. Big Pharma does not invest in phase 3 unless they have a really high chance. If they're going to take a risk, it's going to be for some massive market. It's not going to be sarcoidosis. See, I haven't been wrong on one of these in a while, so. Yeah, I don't think SLS works either. But they're never going to put out the results. These guys are taking years. Trying to pivot to another drug. Paternity leave. What, am I supposed to leave? Why do I gotta leave? I want to stay. Do bonds go up or go down when there's more inflation? Pop quiz. You get this wrong, I throw you out of my office. The interview's over. It's right there. It's done. Even if you've never been on Wall Street, never traded a bond, doesn't make a difference. Even if you hesitate, I'm looking at you sideways. Bond price goes down, yield goes up. That's a fact. Can't even hesitate on this. I don't want the aura around my office, that stupidity aura. It's gonna infect my other guys. Quantum down a little bit there. SPY's dropping a tiny bit, but Nvidia's carrying everyone up 2%. Must be some good channel checks out there. Weakness everywhere but Nvidia. Atyr holding up too. Yeah, Newegg. Big loser today, I love it. Don't like having Sarepta on this list too though. How about gainers? BridgeBio Oncology, they split that up? Interesting. Tesla's traded the most, up 2% here. AMD down 2%. Strategy down 3%. Bitcoin really sold off pretty hard there over the weekend. Roblox up 6%. That's well said. The stock market's an expensive place to find out who you are. It's absolutely true. Uncommon for a small number of companies to carry the market. Yeah, Time Magazine did this funny, top venture firms, and they snubbed Sequoia, which is really funny. Oh yeah, I should probably short Galactic. Capper's come out this week. I always visited CEOs, but I didn't have specific questions I'd ask everybody. I haven't looked at Open. I don't know the business. I'm not going to just randomly trade a stock just because if I don't understand the business. I barely know what they do. Instead of writing, why don't you wear contacts, why not just write, Martin, why don't you wear contacts? Instead of that, right? Martin, do you wear contacts? Tell us more about your eye health. Nothing really changed in Newegg. They got some tariff. I'm never going to be buying SLS. I think if we know when the date is coming, I'd like to short it ahead of time. But what does squinting have to do with glasses or eye contacts? I mean, presbyopia. Every old person has presbyopia. Presbyopia, yeah, you almost got it. It's eye drops. Yeah, data in 2027, I agree. How much longer will it take for SLS to actually put their data together? Kind of sad. This company Roper, I never looked at them too closely. ROP. Let's see what they're all about. Huge market cap, 56.8 billion. Best way to get started with any of these companies is read the 10K. Market down 25 basis points here. Sarepta down 10%. abbvie cracks into the green. My biggest long after being down all day. ATYR, my biggest short's on 5%. Happy to see that. And Newegg down 14%. Bile here for Roper. Yeah, that's a $500 stock. Shares outstanding in the 100 million range. Which makes the market cap 50 billion. 54 billion. Ticker's ROP. Roper. Diversified tech company. Vertical software for a variety of niche markets. 10 billion in the last 3 years for acquisitions. Wow. But something called ProCare. This is a unique little company. Let's see. SaaS and payment processing for early childhood education centers. SaaS. 1.86 billion. This looks like a roll-up play. Roper to roll-up. Transact Campus, integrated campus technology payment solutions for higher ed. Both ed tech, I guess. It says 1.8 billion there, or 1.6 for Transact Campus. Okay, and then they spend 1.4 on Syntellis. That's SaaS for a variety of, it's not really clear what it does. Okay, and then Frontline. Again, EdTech. $3.8 billion from Frontline. So these guys kind of roll up a bunch of stuff. Bolt-on acquisitions. They also sell companies. It's like they just basically operate a whole bunch of software companies in one. So they've got these. Atyr, Clinisys, Data Innovations, Deltek, Frontline, IntelliTrans, that's transportation software, PowerPlan, ProCare, Strata, Transact, and Vertifor. This is legal software. Atyr, Clinisys, which just sounds like medical, and it is. Diagnostic Lab, Data Innovations, Hospitals and Labs, Deltek, government contractors. It's very unclear exactly what each one is. Like vague corporate speak. It's basically a private equity company. Network software, and then they have sort of a products business, but looks like $4 billion in software, what they call app software, another, I don't know, $3 billion in network and technology-enabled products. So we'll have to understand the business a little better. Skip the risk factors here. Revenue's gone from $5 billion to $6 billion to $7 billion. See if there's organic growth. Revenue growth. Okay, so organic growth was 9%, 3%, and 6%. Not a whole lot for their division. So total 6%. Cash flow from operations, $2 billion and $2.4 billion. So pretty expensive stock if it's typical technical margins, or we don't know what the cash flow or the net cash statement is. So let's take a look at that. 188 million in cash. Guesses they're pretty levered, do all these acquisitions. And we've got $1 billion in debt there. And another $6 billion in debt there. So not too levered, but not, it's a little levered. Basically, you often think about leverage versus cash flow. So 3 years of debt, that's not too crazy, but it's also not a small amount of debt. It's take them a few years to work that off. I want to say I've looked at these guys before, but maybe just very briefly. Yeah, Black-Scholes is pretty accurate for options pricing. Yeah, Constellation, Roper. If there's a good management team and they can constantly, do roll-ups, it's great. Not always the case that, you can keep doing it, but obviously they have been doing it for a long time, so you just got to look into the company's history. I don't know OKLO. I don't have a position on OKLO. I don't have a strong opinion. I don't know nuclear. It's a pretty intense space to get into, so don't follow it. I want to follow it. It's neat, No, nothing against it. Definitely follow it. Just require a lot of time on my part to sort of come up to speed with. Sarepta and abbvie, abbvie. Abbvie has been acting really nicely. Looks like they probably go to at least 100. Yeah, I think nuclear is a serious possibility. There's some big players, there's some small players, but we need to generate more electricity, that's for sure. I don't think so, Mark. Taking care of business. OpenAI is definitely going public. Don't worry about that. I think his track record is pretty bad. Yeah, they'll be public soon. There's some things to work out, but how much does Microsoft can own? I wouldn't be surprised if they go public for $1 trillion. I agree. Biggest IPO ever. They show the books. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Private companies don't have any obligation to show their books. They show them to their investors. Don't ask me how I know. I guess I should go public too. Maybe by merging with Tesla, call it Musk Enterprises. I think a lot of people are pretty sick of Sarepta, which makes it an opportunity. I don't know how those market on close orders work. I wouldn't read too much into it, but I could be wrong. Who knows? Yeah, everything's good. Quantum stocks all dropped today. What are you talking about? They dropped 3% on average. That's a lot. What stock market you're looking at? Lots of momentum stocks dropped today. My buddy Newegg, 15%. I love it. Yeah, I haven't looked at PopMart with the they got the Labubus. I just exclude some of the news I don't care about, especially just stuff that's too much, like some of the foreign news. Just when you see the source and you don't like the source, just remove the stuff from the source. But I can make a preset maybe you guys can use too. You gotta experiment with exactly what you're looking for, Yeah, I saw the abbvie deal is interesting. Very unusual. There's not a lot going on in psychiatry outside of suppose if you want to be in the space, you have to. How much you can do. Oh, that's mama's job, man. Mama's job to raise this kid, man. What I gotta do. I'm there for the discipline. I'm there for the ass beatings. That's what I'm there for. You did what? Come here. You did what? You want to be a pothead? Huh? You're gonna smoke this whole thing by yourself. Smoke it. Yeah, sit down. Call my homies from prison. You a fiend? I'm sorry, Dad. Nah, you ain't sorry yet. You gonna be sorry. Yo, call Mills. Mills? Nah, we ain't calling Mills. Call Mills, man. I wanna teach this kid a lesson. Mills shows up. What? Yo, Mills, my son's finna be a fiend. Oh, word? Yeah, tell him what we do to fiends, man. Get the most grimy looking guy I can find. Oh, you a fiend, huh? This kid is gonna be, yeah, let's get scared straight. And I'm not gonna have the restrictions that they have in those programs. I'm taking him straight to the bando. Yes, the bando. No, I don't want to. I'm gonna take him to the hood. D-Block gonna run his pockets. It's like a bunch of goons in ski masks. One of them is me. Dad, is that you? No. No.